I actually hate that this camera is inverted, so it's like my hair's like on the other side, like it just twists around. It's so frustrating. But it's my preview to Tottenham Sheffield United game tomorrow. Kick off 2 p.m. I believe we're away from home, so it's not actually Tottenham v Sheffield United. It's Sheffield United v Tottenham, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be honest. Going into the game, if we draw tomorrow against Sheffield United, or lose, draw or lose, if we do not win this game, and I'm not convinced by this team, I will turn Mourinho out after the game tomorrow. I would have had enough of it because we had such a good start to the season. All of a sudden, it's just started to turn downhill. I know we've had some decent results. Leeds 3-0 was a big shock to me. I didn't think we was going to pull it off and win as the way we did. But I will turn Mourinho out if we don't win tomorrow because we need to start winning these games. We should not be drawing to Fulham. We should not be drawing to Newcastle. I know it was a bit of a dead rubber thing where it shouldn't really have happened. We should have won that game by a goal to nil. But there's been too many games where we seem to throw away 1-0 leads, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why we do this so often. But yeah, so leading into my preview, if I'm being honest, I want Lucas to start because Bergwijn isn't. I think he's injured, so he's not going to play. Bale does not. I mean, it doesn't look like Bale's getting into this team anytime soon. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I want Lucas to start. Kane, obviously, Son was terrible last game, but I still feel like, Kane and Son you can't drop. They're undroppable. Højbjerg and Ndombele. I don't want Sissoko in the team, if I'm honest. I don't. Unless he's in that position where he's helping Aurier at right back. But I mean, I think that midfield three would be okay. We need to go 4-3-3. We need to, we need to push for this. This game. We need to prove our worth. Like, what happened to the start of the season where we was beating Burnley 5-0, Man United 6-1. Like, well, the Burnley thing was last season, but I mean, like, there was results there that shows how good of a team we can be if we're on the front foot, if we're attacking. It's like Mourinho knows what he's doing, but he just doesn't have the players to continuously pull this off. He played Alderweireld against Marine and Sanchez against Fulham. And it's like Sheffield United won their first game of the season in their last Premier League game. They beat Newcastle by a goal to nil. A game maybe they shouldn't have won, but then again, it's a bit of karma now on other teams because earlier in the season there's games that they should have got results against, they should have got wins against, and they didn't get those wins. So continuing with the starting lineup, at right back we're tied, so we're gonna have to go with Aurier. And as I said, I'd only put Sissoko in the team in midfield if he plays where he's given Aurier that protection so he can bomb forward, because we've noticed now Aurier can't defend, but he can bomb forward and he can put crosses in. He can, he's not a bad player. He's bang average at best going forward. But he does have these moments of brilliance in him. But defensively, he's ridiculously awful. He's terrible. I don't want to see him at right back. I personally think he should be playing further up the field, which I think is what Mourinho is trying to do. It does leave us a bit exposed, so having Sissoko in there does kind of help that. If not Sissoko, then, if I'm being honest, Scarlett would be a good person to put in, because I don't think Harry Winks is decent. I don't think he should play. And we don't really have anyone else. Like Oliver Skipp's at Norwich. There's no one else really that we can put into that position where they can play. Alongside Højbjerg and Ndombele. So I mean, I would give Scarlett a go. Maybe Harvey White could come into that position. But I mean, aside from that, there's just no one else really that I want to put into the midfield that would actually suit the way that we should be playing as a team. Defenders, Dyer and Aurier. I nearly said Aurier. Dyer and Alderweireld have got to be the two centre backs. There's no one else that can play ahead of them. That's as plain and simple as that. There's no argument. The only player that can get close to them is Tanganga, and he's not going to play. So, Alderweireld's been our best defender by far this season. Dyer's been in and out, on and off, but he's better than Sanchez. I don't want Sanchez to play at all. Left back Reguilon. Ben Davis is okay. He's another guy that's bang average at best. He's good backup, but Reguilon all day every day to go at left back, and Lloris in goal, as always. But I do want to see Bale come into the team off the bench. like maybe 60 minutes. I'm sick of seeing Bale come off the bench after 75, 80, 85 minutes. You know, it's annoying me. Like, give him the fucking chance. Give him the run. He needs a run of games to perform. Mourinho's not giving him that. He's giving him one game, one Premier League start where he didn't play too well. And it's like, you know, look at the optimism he had bringing him on against West Ham. Yes, he did miss that chance, but he had a moment of brilliance in that game as well. And it's like, it's really frustrating because everyone knows about his fitness, and it's, you know, just give him that run of games where he can perform. And I promise you he'll do it. Tottenham fans are getting sick of it because he's not been given a chance, but I know he can play well, and I know he will play well if he plays, you know, 5 games in a row. I don't think Mourinho is that patient with players. You know, but yeah, it's annoying. I mean, Vinicius is starting to prove that he's a shocking player. I don't rate him at all. I didn't rate him when he joined. When we was linked to him, I said that we should have gone for someone different. We was linked with players like Luka Jovic, Martinez. I mean, there was just players there that we could have got ahead of Vinicius, and you know, just I don't know what's going on. What went on with that? He plays well in the Europa League and against the 8th tier English side Marine, but when it really matters against Premier League teams, he can't come off the bench and do what he needs, you know, what he should be doing, and that's scoring goals, you know, and creating. And I just don't see that in a player like him. So, Sheffield United, what do I think the score will be? I've got 2 different results in my head, because if, you know, my heart tells me that we'd win 3 or 4-0, you know, comfortably beat Sheffield United, they're woeful. But then on the other side, I see 1-1, 2-1. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, we need to win, but I need to be convinced that Mourinho is the right man for the job, because I have backed Mourinho ever since the first day he walked in, and I said he's the right man for the job. Give him time. Give him, you know, he can get results. And the start of the season, you know, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, he was getting these results. We had an unlucky performance against Newcastle where we should have won that game 1-0. We had Everton where we played poorly, and I said, you know, it's just the first game of the season. There wasn't a proper pre-season that we had, and, you know, just give him the opportunity, he'll do well, and he did that. We was top of the league. We beat Arsenal 2-0, stay top of the league, and then we dropped. We're 6th now, could go 7th. You know, but we need to. These are the games that we should be winning. We should be beating Fulham. We should be beating West Ham 3-0 up after 20 minutes. It's frustrating, but we should be winning these games. So yeah, 3 or 4-0. I mean, I'm gonna go for the bigger one, 4-0. What my heart says, but like my head's telling me that it's gonna be 1-1 or 2-1. But yeah, I mean, beating Sheffield United, it's gonna boost my confidence. It's not gonna it's not gonna really, you know, give me proper high hopes, because they're bottom of the league. We should be turning them over. But it's not going to turn me Mourinho out. If we draw or lose, then I'm going to be Mourinho out straight away. Like, no, that'll be me done, because I backed him ever since he's come in. Last season we had a shit season. I said, look, give him that transfer window, give him this season, judge him at the end of the season. But if we're drawing with Fulham, West Ham when we're 3-0 up, Newcastle, I know I said it's a bit of a dead rubber game, losing to Liverpool when we largely dominated, our best football. That game against Liverpool was the best football we played all season by far. We had not played a better game this season than that game. Maybe Man United was an argument, but 10 men in the second half, at 2-1. I mean, it's a bit of a different one, but, you know, that game against Liverpool was the best. It was the most enjoyable game I've seen all year. I was so impressed with how we played in that game. And people say, "Oh, Liverpool dominated you and you didn't play well," but in reality, you know, with the team that Liverpool have, we did play well. So, you know, I mean, if we win, I think we go 2nd, 3rd. I think something like that. We go like 2 points behind Man United or something. So, it'd be a really, really, really good opportunity for us to ground out a win and actually, you know, move forward as a club and start, you know, getting results back on track. Because drawing to Wolves, defending a lead for 90 minutes, drawing to Fulham, I mean, it's getting all silly now. But yeah, so I'm not actually going to be watching the game. I'm going to have to watch the highlights because I'll be working. So I'll try and get as much of the game as possible. But the game kicks off when I start work, so I will try my best. But yeah, I'm just as always. I mean, I'm hoping for good results. My heart's always telling me we're going to win, but my head's always telling me, you know, be realistic about it. So we'll see. Also, thanks for 100 subs. I know that Ripple was the 100th sub that we had yesterday, and I do want to start doing these a bit more often. I want to do reviews previews, reviews, reactions and everything. So and also I want to start a Twitch live stream as well, with call it like a debate show, to see where that goes. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully all just performs that well. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, and I will see you guys after the Sheffield United game tomorrow.